Here we go again. What? I have to kill everyone. There's just too many fucking people. I have to kill everyone. Look at all this shit, man. I can't, like, no. They want me to sneak past this? There's no fucking way. That's a good stop point, though. This girl's gonna walk by, and then that guy's gonna see me. Unless I time my shit just right. She's gotta be hurt. She's gotta be quick, though. Nope. He sees me for less than half a second and yells stray. Look at this. Look at all these fucking people. Guy right there, girl on the balcony. There's so many 100,000 people. Can you go up top? That would be awesome, but I don't see a way to climb up there.
Wes?
You got anything? You all right over there? Val? What the hell are you doing? Something's wrong. We're under attack! Over here!
You are fucking me, man. How do I shoot someone in the face twice? And then they look at me and yell, "Oh shit, somebody's here!" How you gonna let me shoot a motherfucker in the face twice?
What happened? I don't know. Got fucking sprayed. Shit. Spread out. Guard the tower.
Oh, I can hang a right up top. That dude's wearing a helmet made out of fucking vibranium. Like, I don't... It would be really cool if I could let the zombies go, but they honestly wouldn't make it that long. They might kill a couple if they could, but... That worked. I tested this twice and I didn't get shit. I tested this twice, I didn't get shit. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know I had homies. Now the whole game different. Cool of you to be right there. Yeah, if I got lied to twice, at least now we have, like, something to go off of. I don't know where the fuck to go, because I made it to that room last time and it didn't get me anywhere. Or the room I made it to 2 times ago? Nothing fucking happened. I guess that only works sometimes. Maybe I need a higher angle on it. Maybe I'm simply too flat. Welcome back, Knuckles. What the fuck?
I got something.
Can I melee cut it? What does that mean?
I got you covered.
Infected got loose! Shit!
That one's still good. Get in there, buddy. No, you're still good. Oh, I would have to literally walk up into the zombies. I don't think they're letting me do that. I guess they're clickers. I probably could. It'd be annoying. Well, that one didn't make it. You go get him. I'm gonna follow you. This is my winner. Oh, fuck. She died. Oh, hey, my winner. Girl, I didn't know you were still here. Those are soldiers. Yeah, she's over there. Okay, these zombies aren't dying. This changes everything.
Right in here!
I'm gonna let you hold that. No, not my girl! Oh, hey, my girl. Yeah, I like you. Oh, come on.
What happened? I don't know. It's gotta be a fucking prank. Spread out toward the tower. Second down. That her? Let's go check it out. I got your back.
Oh, they finally killed my girl. My girl carried me the whole way here. They finally killed her.
Don't see shit. You? I got nothing. Oh God! Peace! Fucking ambush! They came from back there! Holy shit! Look out! I got her! Behind the table!
If this ain't the run, man. Oh, where the fuck? This ain't the run.
You're dead, you hear me?
Almost fucking dead, Ellie.
Prisoners.
Oh, okay. This wasn't the loop around I thought it was. I was supposed to go this way. I can't make that. Oh, I forgot about my bombs. What up, Prim? Yeah, I got to a kind of hard part. I'm not doing too hot. At least sort of bleeding out. See, if I can make the run, I can run all the way down here. But there's so many fucking guards, and when they all have shotguns pointed at you before you get to the door, like, it's tough. Let's get it. I mean, I might have to restart the whole encounter so I'm not this fucked going into the next area. I left myself really, really fucked going into the next area. We're gonna have to see. That's where they keep them. Good God. I currently have 1 HP. That's my weak side. She just needs me in my weak side. Ooh, the eye! The eye gouge! She didn't even let go of the bat! Oh shit, prisoners are loose. Alright, finally some fucking allies.
Right, come on, let's go.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit.
Keep back.
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me.
Hey.
They say Abby got
Abby
bit?
tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
Oh, they said I was bit.
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead.
Thank you, hillbillies.
Come on.
No, we don't want her dead. We want to be the one who kills her. I got any health for me to find? Would love to pick some of that up. Why do they keep their armory right near the prisoners? Yeah, terrific fucking question.
Where are you?
Surely if there's a final boss fight coming, they'll load me full of gear first.
Abby.
You're not giving me shit. I have 1 HP. Abby didn't escape. Yeah, they took her out. Could really use some health. Also, yes, what about Lev? We don't really give a fuck about Lev, I guess. I mean, like, we give a fuck about Lev. Ellie don't give no fucks about Lev. Lev put an arrow into Tommy. That's all we know Lev for. Really getting worried that I came down here with no health. Oh my god, the prisoners did not fucking hesitate. I just don't want this to be some kind of fight where I need to restart the encounter way back and do all that shit again and then make it through with more health than the fucking endure 1 HP I got. Oh shit.
Holy.
Good god, this place is horrible. I mean, like, we knew that, but holy shit.
Abby?
I wouldn't be surprised if Abby killed her attackers. What if Abby's not ripped anymore? Did they just tell me I'm not getting up there? Abby? No. Abby? Am I led to believe this isn't fucking Abby? Oh, wait. Oh, man, you got a twin right over there, girl. Holy shit, I missed you.
Help me. Please.
Hey, big head.
It's you.
Live.
Abby.
Ellie's gonna see herself in Joel right now. Ellie's gonna see herself in Joel right now.
They're both this way.
Ellie hasn't made up her mind yet. This is where I tried to crawl up at earlier, and it still looks weird. Eighth, a lot happened. You're gonna have to catch the VOD, my guy. Am I supposed to get here with 1 HP on purpose? Guys, Abby just went through months of torture. I know we missed Joel. I missed Joel, but they put this girl through so fucking much. Oh my god, this is the boat from the title screen. Literal months of torture. We killed all of her friends. We don't have to kill her anymore. Oh no. Oh no, Ellie's getting flashbacks. She's gonna snap. She was gonna leave it. She was gonna leave it.
I can't let you leave.
Ellie, she'll kill you.
I'm not doing this.
Ellie! Ellie!
No. I'm not gonna fight you.
She's not even fighting! She could have killed us twice and she let us live.
He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
We're playing as Ellie. Also, we have a knife and she doesn't. She's so weak, man. Look at her. I guess we are too. She can't block. We have a fucking knife. Jesus, Ellie. She bit it off. She bit the finger off.
No. Just take him.
Is Ellie old? Is Ellie old? Well, let me look at her face. house is empty. Also, Ellie's not old. I thought from her hands and shit she was old. The house is empty, though. Dina left. Ellie's not old, but Dina left. She left all of it. She left all Ellie's stuff. She packed it up for her, but she left all Ellie's stuff. We can't play all the strings.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
They had a good ending before Joel died. They had a good ending before Joel died. That was a fucking masterpiece. That was a fucking masterpiece. Holy shit. I'm seeing a lot of people who I absolutely know 110% were not in here for everything we went through, saw the ending, and are pissy about it. That was a fucking masterpiece right there. All right? I'm not going to slap a number on it because I don't know how I'm going to feel about this game in 2 weeks or in 2 months or in 6 months, right? And that's when I know. Okay? Like, that's when I'll know for real how I feel about it as a game. But that was we're easily looking somewhere north of 8.5. right? 9.5 is a very realistic number. 9.8 I could see. I don't think I'm giving the game a perfect 10 out of 10. Because while the Abby stuff brought me around, which was really fucking hard to do, by the way. Cannot stress this enough. My flag was firmly planted in fuck Annie, or fuck Abby. Why am I playing as Abby? I'm ready to stop playing as Abby as soon as possible. This is boring side shit that doesn't matter. That's where I was. I was an immovable object. And they somehow moved me. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. And by the end, I didn't want Ellie to kill Abby anymore. I don't know how they did it. Would I rate it over Horizon? No. No, its story kicks the fuck out of Horizon's. Horizon's got a decent story. Its story kicks the fuck out of... Horizon's for a video game, Horizon Zero Dawn has a good story, alright? It doesn't look like it compared to this game. But for a video game, Horizon Zero Dawn actually has a good to very good story. And you wouldn't know it if you just played this, because this is one of the best stories I've ever seen. Why did they decide to make it about Abby? So, KMD Saint said, Thunder, you realized something earlier you said to remind you. And Rother said, why did they make it about Abby? The series has a future now. Not that it didn't before. They could do anything they fucking want. But the Abby and Lev line is there. And they somehow made me like Abby enough to be okay with that. Because even late game, right? Even late game, when I said I realized that, I was not okay with Abby being a main character. Hated it. The idea of The Last of Us 3 being centered around Abby? Hated it. By the time the game ended, man, I'm okay with that. You know what? I'd play a game as Abby and Lev. I like Lev a lot. And I feel like Abby paid for her crime. Love Joel to death. Still my #1 character in the whole series. Fucking Jolie. Love that guy. Abby had all of her friends killed. Had her other friends leave her. Got kicked out of her fucking wolf pack. Killed her wolf pack members. Adopted Lev. Had a whole arc with Lev and Yara. And then, and I get it. Out for blood, out for vengeance. Kill Abby. I was team kill Abby for probably 80% of this game. But you have to understand, at the very end of this game, she was in that camp for months. She was hours away from dying. Maybe not hours. Maybe like a day. From dying. Her and Lev both. She was in that camp for months. I don't know what happened to them. But I know they got tortured really badly. And they had to work out. And they were like slaves out there. Okay? We know that about Abby. We know she went through. And all that shit, to me, she has suffered enough. That as far as paying for her sins against Joel, she did it. She has suffered so fucking much, I actually forgave her for Joel. Something to point out, when we first showed up at that camp where Abby was, a guy had escaped the camp. And when he thought he was gonna get caught and they were gonna make him go back, he pulled out a gun and killed himself. Whatever's going on in that camp is so bad, that guy killed himself over going back. If you were someone throwing out a 7.5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, a low 8 out of 10, I wouldn't believe you were here for the whole story. Because by the end, when Ellie and Abby were fighting, holy shit, like that whole moment, that whole scene was so powerful. There was so much going on there. That whole scene was so powerful. If I could change one thing about how this game ended, Ellie wouldn't have got her fingers bit off. Damn near the only thing I'm mad about. I understand why Dina left. I hope Ellie goes and finds them. I hope that's Ellie's goal. If it's not, if she wants to start fresh, I get it. But I wish Ellie would have kept her fingers. I get why Dina left. I get why Dina took JJ. She told Ellie before she was gonna do it, right? It sucks Tommy and his wife are temporarily separated. Maybe they'll get back together. Tommy's gonna be happy and probably want to go home once he realizes, you know. Well, I guess Abby's not dead, but once he realizes what happened to Abby, he'll probably be okay with it too. Yeah, I was, if Ellie, I was a little shaken up because Ellie had her fucking fingers bitten off. But if I wasn't so focused on that, I promise you would have heard me audibly breathe a sigh of relief when Ellie let Abby up out of the water. And right up until the very end of the game, I never would have thought I would be thinking that. You could go, it's in the VOD, it's in the past broadcast. Somewhere earlier on, someone asked me, what are you going to do if they force you to like Abby? And I said, if they force me to like Abby in a way that I think feels like they're forcing me and telling me that I have to like Abby, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to push that away. I'm going to be mad at that. I said, if they somehow organically make me like Abby, if they somehow organically make me like Abby, I don't believe they will, but power to them. And I cannot fucking believe they did it. I was so against it. I cannot fucking believe they did it. It was fucking great, Big O. I don't like how they made Tommy go insane. They just kept losing people to that girl, you know? Tommy wanted her. Tommy left Ellie behind to go get her. Tommy killed Manny, right? And then they lost Jesse too. Tommy's just mad about it. I get they made Tommy a little crazy. He seemed okay. He needed that as badly, if not more than Ellie did. Because you gotta remember, all that shit that was eating at Ellie, seeing Joel die, the PTSD, Tommy was there for that. I don't remember if he was knocked out or not, but they had Tommy pinned up against the wall. I don't think he was knocked out. I think Tommy saw all that shit too. He's dealing with all the same demons Ellie is. There was a weird 6-hour period. There was a weird 6-hour period where they're making you, for me, it was about 6 hours, where they're making you play as Abby, and I don't fucking like Abby. Keep her away from me. It wasn't organic, I thought. They built the whole game around making an Abby a good person again and killing Joel being fine. Nobody ever said killing Joel's fine, all right? I just don't think she deserves to die anymore. She literally got tortured forever. And I also disagree with them saying they based the whole game around making Abby a good person in the end. The last thing Mel says to her is, "You've always been a piece of shit friend. We're leaving you. Goodbye." That's the last words Mel ever uttered to her before taking the man she loves and leaving. And the man she loves is leaving her. That was the last thing her friend said. Is like, you've always been a piece of shit. And we're leaving you. Her gear did shift. It felt like her gear shifted quite a bit when she got saved. When she got cut down from that tree and saved by Yara. Also got the game vibe you would rate this game highly no matter what. I don't know, it's hard. Because I like the game I got, right? I can't imagine The Last of Us 2 that I don't like what I got. But, I mean, to be real, I knew after the first stream, I knew halfway, 3/4 of the way into the first stream, that I was probably rating the game above a 7 out of 10. I knew that. Oh shit, shut the fuck up.
Wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil, nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. She she'd meet me when I come. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. I know dark clouds.
Would you say this game has replayability? As of right now, I have no fucking idea.
I know my way.
I can tell you, as soon as I finish The Last of Us
It's
1,
rough and steep.
as soon as I finished The Last of Us 1, I immediately cranked the difficulty up a notch and started over another playthrough.
Lie just before me.
I don't have that urge with The Last of Us 2, but The Last of Us 2 is roughly twice as long as the first one. And I think the length is intimidating and has a little bit to do with that. Just based on the fact that there are different difficulty settings alone, and in my opinion, the gameplay is good, the replayability is there, right? Crank it up a difficulty setting, play it again when you feel like it. Do I know if I'm going to want to replay it or not? I'm not going to know for a while. I'm not going to know for 2 months, 6 months. Anyway, I think Rev said earlier, I had a feeling you were going to rate this game highly no matter what. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty safe fucking bet going into it. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this game until we were about 6 to 8 hours in yesterday when we were playing, right? And the reason I knew that I was going to rate it decently high, at least like a 7 out of 10 or more, is because I was enjoying the gameplay so much and the story had me gripped by the balls. Now, if they would have came through and that whole Abby section would have sucked ass, yeah, the game would have lost some major points. But it didn't. And I don't know how it did, but it fucking turned me.
I'll drop this cross.
It turned the fuck out of me.
Self-denial and go singing home to God.
Are they singing together?
I'm going there.
Oh my god.
My
How does this shit not hit you, man?
I'm going there. No more.
How do you get to this stage of the credits and say 7 out of 10? I don't believe it.
Over Jordan.
I don't believe people can do that.
I'm just a going over home. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. I'm just a going.
Yeah, Rother, we get it. There was a point in time where you said, no matter what Abby does forever, I will never ever like her. I hate her. Get her away from me. Nothing will change my mind. We got it. Your point got across forever ago. New game plus. Play through the game again with all the upgraded parts. Anyway, to finish where I started. Oh, shit. Home screen changed. Oh, I can look at the trophies. They chose the wrong main character. You don't think Ellie's a good main character? You think Ellie's a bad main character? Learn all player upgrades. I could do that in the new game plus. Fully upgrade all weapons. I could do that in a new game plus. Find all artifacts. This game is so fucking big. I'm never platinuming this. I mean, this game was 1000% a 50-50 main character split. This game was a damn near down the direct middle 50-50 split. Abby and Ellie. I would believe Abby would be the fully, Abby and Lev could be the full main characters of the next game. I believe that. But no, to think this is just Abby's the main character and Ellie's a side character. I think Ellie's the antagonist. Seems like it's about Abby's story. I would say it might be the start of Abby's story and the end of Ellie's, considering the game started and ended with Ellie, and Abby had some middle parts that were pretty important. One of them to switch characters so you fight as both. I was worried. In that first fight you do as Abby, they make you stay Abby, and like then I'm like, you're worried about killing Ellie. Trading cards, find all coins. Yeah, it's all collectibles. I didn't find every workbench. I also know, man, I should have done that. I was like one short of that. That's, yeah. A lot of this is done with a New Game Plus playthrough, but that's an ask. It's not an ask to do a New Game Plus playthrough. It's an ask to collect every item. I just got here. Did you like the game? Yeah. Yeah, the game was a masterpiece. I'm not going to put a number on it. The ending was extremely moving. They did something to me that I literally didn't think would be possible, and they pulled it off. Fuck, when could I have done that? I missed that too. Apparently a lot of people get that one. Now I feel dumb. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Ellie's looking for Dina. I hope Ellie finds Dina. Hope Ellie and Dina can happily raise AJ or JJ. Yeah, that is get every collectible. I missed that safe early on. I wonder if I would have got the trophy if I would have got that safe early on. Is it every location in downtown Seattle? Man, I tried that. I must have barely missed that. I must have been short like 1 or 2 buildings. You liked all the Abby stuff and liked Happy? I don't know what you mean by liked Happy. I need to rephrase that. But, no, to refresh you, where Omega stopped his stream at and was super pissed about, I didn't stop playing, but I was super pissed there too. Okay? I actually cut stream right when that started last night, not because I was pissed, but because I've been live for 13 hours, and I started with the Abby stuff today. Okay? I hated it. I hated it, maybe not as much as Omega from the sounds of it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like playing as Abby. It felt weird. I was hoping it would be a short segment. It wasn't. It was a long segment. It was almost as long as Ellie's. And then I told chat multiple times, I said, they're not going to bring me around. I don't think they're trying to make me like Abby because they're not doing things to make Abby likable. I think they're just showing me her story. And it still felt weird playing as Abby, but after a while, Abby's story got so intense and so crazy and made strides and got interesting. And it took me a minute, but I came around. I'm very glad the Abby stuff was in there the way it was. They maybe, I don't know how they would have done it. They put themselves in a really, really tight spot. They put themselves in a really, really tight spot. Because the first 2 or 3 hours, anybody plays as Abby, they're gonna feel weird. There's no way to if you're into the game at all, there's no way to shake that weird feeling. The first 2 or 3 hours you're playing as Abby. That you know, but probably goes away on a replay because you know what happens. On that first playthrough, you are always gonna feel weird playing as Abby, and you're not gonna like it for the first 2 hours or so, right? And then it picks up and the story gets interesting enough to like sidetrack it. When Yara shows up, Abby gets caught, Yara shows up, the story rolls heavy enough that you kind of get sidetracked. And that's sort of when I started to unwind a little bit and feel more okay that like, yeah, I'm going to be Abby for a while. Let's see where this goes. So no, I think to do this, you have to have some level of open mind. I think you can't see one act in the very, near the very beginning of the game, and then convince yourself that no matter what, even 12 hours of gameplay, not 12, 9 hours of gameplay, give or take, gameplay and story, developing a character out and giving them a story. If you've already convinced yourself that one act near the beginning of the game will make it so that no matter what, you can never ever like this person, they could literally become a saint, ascend to heaven, God could declare them the best person on earth, and they could cure cancer with a touch. If you've already decided that even if they do that, you're going to hate them forever no matter what, you're too close-minded to be able to handle this game. You can't handle it. Not for you. We did have to kill one doggo. Yes. Yeah, they're similar games. I can see how you can compare them, Knuckles. I just couldn't care about Abby. I don't know if you've seen the gameplay or watched anyone else play it, Drez, but I promise you, I thought the same shit. For the first 5 hours or so, I played as Abby. I thought the exact same shit. I was like, this is neat, but because I kept telling chat, if you watch the VOD, you hear me repeat over and over. It's like, I don't care about Abby. I don't care about Abby. I don't care about Abby, but the story around Abby is interesting. I don't care about Abby, but I like hearing about the scars. I hear more about the scars in their background, okay? That's kind of neat. I don't care about Abby, but I've come around to Mel. I kind of like Mel. She's a nice girl, right? Owen's not that bad of a guy. I thought he was a douche. You know what I mean? I don't care about Abby, but blank, 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 until all of a sudden the end of the game hits me, and I'm magically, not magically, the game is transporting me. I find myself hoping that Ellie... Oh, I don't know if you want to get spoiled, Drez. I don't know if you know the spoilers or not. I mean, we're talking spoilers here. I just don't know if you specifically, Drez, want to, I'll whisper that whisper. What did he say, Natsu? Can you say it now? I'm sorry you got blindside whispered. I wonder if I caught one. You'd think they go after the streamer if they want the attention. I don't have a whisper. Seti, how much did you see? Have you seen everything? Oh, that is a nasty spoiler, Natsu. That would have ruined that whole ending moment for me. I'm really glad I didn't catch that. Literally, one of the hallmarks of storytelling is making an understandable villain in this game. Focus on that. And here's the thing, Prim, and I said this earlier, and I stick by it. If I would have felt at any point in time like the game was pushing it, like the game was forcing me to feel bad about Abby, if they would have done something so blatantly obvious, like, oh, like obviously she needed a motive, right? So her dad dying was kind of, something like that was kind of a given. She needed a motive to go fuck up Joel. That doesn't really count. That kind of establishes the baseline. Hey, T-Bogus. You might want to rewind like 10 minutes. I've been talking about my thoughts for the last little bit, but anyways, yeah, if I ever would have if I would have felt like they were forcing on me, like, oh, Abby, Abby's puppy had cancer as a kid, and Abby cut it out with her bare hands, and then there was an orphanage, and it was burning down, and Abby ran in and saved all the kids, and then, fucking Abby's little sister needed a kidney, and so Abby gave her two. I don't know how Abby's still alive. She gave her sister both of her kidneys. Like if they had done something that like just blatantly forced you have to like this character, you should like this character, I would have been turned off immediately. I would have shut that shit down. I would have hated that. But they never, the way they told the story, it wasn't even gradual, because it wasn't like a gradual build-up. I was 6 hours in, 5 hours in, 6 hours into Abby's storyline. I still didn't like Abby. I still was kind of team Ellie kill Abby, right? But the way that they brought it all together at the end and the way that they had the ending pan out and everything, I don't know. I was actually like, sigh of relief when Ellie doesn't kill Abby. And I think that's what impresses me more than anything, is because there was a lot of time, 98, 97% of my time in that game was me really hoping Ellie killed Abby. Watch the last 6 hours to the end. Yeah. And you don't have to like Abby as a character, but I feel like if you caught everything, if you caught almost all of it, you absolutely, if you saw the bullet points as a spoiler, if you pulled up a YouTube video and just watched the story or whatever, that's different. But if you actually played or played this entire game, I don't know how you can still be 100% team Ellie should have killed Abby. I can see how you could be like, yeah, well, it was good. I kind of wish Ellie would have killed Abby. I can see how you could come around. I could even see how you could like Abby, even though I don't necessarily like Abby. But I was 100%. By the end, I was, let's say 85%, 85, 90% team. I didn't want Ellie to kill Abby anymore. I think Abby had suffered enough, and Abby had Lev to look after. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna try to highlight these VODs if I remember. Yeah, Fanda, that will definitely do it. Try to catch Omega. Try to catch. It's kind of weird now that you've seen the ending, but try to catch Omega playing it. Abby literally lost everything and gained Lev. Lev saved Abby's life. Abby lost everything and gained Lev. Lost all of her friends. Lost the wolves. Lost her fucking dad. That was before, though. Later, Miles. Have a good night, man. Kakarata, you have a good night, too. You go to sleep, kid. Been up for too long. You made it to the end. I'm proud of you. If Naughty Dog releases a DLC and it's all just more happy flashbacks of Joel and Ellie, inject that shit into my veins. Give me an 8-hour DLC of Joel and Ellie just dicking off having a good time when Ellie's younger. Inject that shit directly into my fucking veins. Because while obviously the ending was extremely powerful and the storytelling was phenomenal and, you know, moved me in ways I didn't expect this game to move me, and the gameplay was fantastic, all that shit, my happiest moments, my fondest memories, nothing beats those fucking flashbacks when they're having a good time. Same, Shinigami. Absolutely same. That was my beginning turning point. Like, I kind of cared about Mel and, like, Abby's friends, but I knew what happened. I knew what happened to Mel before I cared about Mel, right? I knew how that ended. But yeah, man, Lev growing close to her, Lev and her being super tight. That's when I was kind of like, man. I even said at one point in time, when Ellie was still hunting down Abby before we found out Abby had been captured, my perfect ending, I said it before we knew what happened to Abby, my perfect ending at that point in time was literally Ellie kills Abby and Ellie adopts Lev. And I thought I was going to get it. I really did. I didn't want it by the time I thought I was going to get it, which was 30 minutes later. But I thought I was going to get it. I think the game could have ended at Ellie on the farm and people / myself wouldn't have been as pleased, or would have. Yeah. Very curious. I hope I find out, right? Very curious to see if Ellie goes and finds Dina and JJ, or if she starts fresh somewhere. I would assume she would go back to Jackson, because what else does she know, right? I don't know. Oh, it's pissed. My bad. I read that it's pleased. I've been up for a long time. wouldn't have been as pissed. I'm not pissed though. I don't know. But I also didn't want Abby to die. Like, I'm mad Ellie lost her fingers. Obviously, I want Elliot and Dana to raise JJ. But it's The Last of Us, man. It's the first game, especially the ending. It's the first game cranked up from 8 to 50. Cranked up to a fucking 100. Because the first game did not have a happy ending. People love that game to fucking death. The first game did not have a happy ending. It made Abby the daughter of Marlene instead of the doctor. It would have more or less worked the same, other than the fact that Marlene never once mentioned having a daughter. And again, there's a difference between not coming around to liking Abby and still thinking that, or like still wanting, still needing your ending to be that Ellie kills Abby. That's a huge difference, right? I don't even really like Abby. I just didn't want her to die at the end. I wanted Ellie to let her live. I feel like she, like I said it a few times now. I feel like she more than paid for her sins. First game left you with a ticking time bomb. Yeah, in this game it blew up. You got me wondering now why Abby being Marlene's kid wouldn't have worked. Maybe because it would have been too obvious. Because the doctor thing is out of left field. They do the doctor thing. Here's the thing, and I was doing this the whole game. I was like, oh, they're going to do this next. They never fucking did that next. Never once did they do that next. When I was like, this is a classic trope we see all the time. They're going to do this next. They never once did this next. So maybe it was just to be unpredictable. Because the doctor was the one guy you guaranteed 110% had to kill. And The Last of Us 1 was the doctor. And to add the fact that, number one, it wasn't Marlene's idea, it was his idea. Yeah, I don't know, it's all crazy. Making Marlene would have been too video gaming. Too video gaming, too obvious. No one would ever guess that, like, oh, that's clearly the doctor's kid. Alright, Dresba, I'm sorry to hear you were spoiled, but I hope whether your playthrough or if you watch Omega, if Omega decides to finish it, I'm going to try to talk to him and tell him to stick it out. Alright. I don't think I give this game a 10 out of 10. Maybe the beginning Abby section won't bother me as much on a replay, because I know what happens now and I'm not going to be so against her. That infected hotel, when you go down all those floors, I'm so glad we were talking about stupid foods to eat in Twitch chat. I'm so glad I streamed this game and we were talking about stupid foods to eat in Twitch chat during that section, because that is a long fucking section and I didn't like it. It's not that it was bad, it just drug on way too long. When you're descending all those floors with Lev as Abby, and it's just like giant hotel and it's just floor of infected after floor of infected after floor of infected. That was way too fucking long. That felt like 10 years. And it had such a cool segment to go into it, right? When you're on top of the skyscraper and you're walking across the bridge and you fucking fall off. That part's so badass, you're on such a high, but then they made that, the part after it lasts forever. The vaccine was damn near a surefire thing. With the way that they talked in the first and second game, the vaccine, like, we're looking at, from the way that they talk, just the vibe I get, they really wanted to, it seemed like they really wanted to hammer it home. Like, oh, I can take follower only mode off now. If there is anyone in chat oh shit, if there is anyone in chat who is somehow still here after not being able to talk in followers only mode, you're now free. Freedom. Yo! Lazy ass? No. No, fuck off, lazy ass. You've been following forever. An option at the end, either kill Abby or let her go would have been better. Alright, Caleb. We just had someone, when I finished the Last of Us 1 playthrough, say that it would have been good to have an option to let Ellie die as Joel or save her. Okay? And number one, I disagree with that. But number two, if that happens, we don't have this game. And I'm sure, because that whole first game sets up the second game. I'm sure they did this for a reason. I'm sure they're going somewhere with this for The Last of Us 3. Assuming they do it. Yeah, I can chat. Yo, y'all were chilling. I didn't realize how many of you were hiding back there. And especially because my dumb ass has been talking for 20 minutes about the game. I'm surprised y'all didn't leave. An option to leave nor to turn? That would have been hardcore. That's our boys in the back. I didn't realize there were that many of y'all hiding in there. My bad. I should have turned that off sooner, but there's no one to tell me because y'all can't talk. But, Noah. I like the way you spell your name. Noah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I tried to not press square, but Ellie looked like she was having... I held back for a minute, too, but I was afraid it would change the cutscene. I don't think Joel would have killed Abby. I have no fucking idea what Joel would have done. Ready for Ghost of Tsushima to come out? That'll be less controversial. I feel that. This friend of mine was like, there should never be a second one. Honest to God, before The Last of Us 2 came out, I would understand that opinion. The Last of Us 1 was really, really good. The only problem with not making a second is it leaves you on a really hefty cliffhanger there. But The Last of Us 1 was a fucking masterpiece. I understand not wanting to touch a masterpiece. But now that I've played 2, I like this a lot. No. I don't think I can give this game a 10, but it's fucking up there, man. It's really high up there. And on a replay, my opinion might change. I don't know. Rev pointed out earlier he thought I was going to rate this game high no matter what. And, like, honest to God, if we're being completely honest, that was a safe fucking bet. Before 2 came out, that was a pretty safe fucking bet. Naughty Dog's history, I've liked the Uncharted games. The Last of Us 1's a masterpiece coming off that. Naughty Dog got their top-tier writers. They've been working on this game forever. It looks amazing visually. They got the voice acting knocked out of the park once again. This game was set up to be fucking fantastic. This game was set up to be a great fucking game. So the odds of this being a bad game that I wouldn't like was really, really low. It was really, really low. Honestly, if you can't open your mind throughout the playthrough, then you're just not going to have a good time. Tunnel vision's a curse. I agree with that. Tunnel vision's fucked me over in a couple other games I've played. Just how I felt about him, and then once I got myself away from that, I felt different about him. People gave it a really low score. Either haven't played a game or put the game down when Joel died and then went to go rate it. 110%. Almost, I have to clarify that now. Nobody who negative review bombed that game, because that game's getting like review bomb botted to hell. Almost nobody who negative review bombed that game has actually played it. Not as significant enough to know if they like it or not. Have I seen the assembly option? They're amazing. I'm not sure what that means. Anything lower than 7 is kind of bull. Unless, like, if you thought the whole Abby section was boring, which it's impossible to think the whole Abby section's boring. If you despised, which I could see some people thinking this, if you despise the first couple hours of playing as Abby, the hotel that I talked about, because that was fucking awful, and then if you absolutely, for whatever reason or another, and it would be hard for me to wrap my head around this, just hated the ending, every ounce of it, I could see like a 7, 7.5. If you hate the gameplay, then the game ain't for you in the first place. What do I think of no multiplayer? I never played multiplayer. I didn't realize how many people did play the multiplayer. The Last of Us 1 is a single-player game to me. The Last of Us 2 is a single-player game to me. Multiplayer is a bonus thing that got cut from the second one, in my eyes. It was a bonus thing that it's like, oh, this is neat to have in the first one. This is neat to have if you feel like playing it in the first one, and then it doesn't exist in the second one. And none of them are skinned off my ass. But that's my opinion as someone who... That's how I feel about multiplayer in The Last of Us. It's not like Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty cuts multiplayer. It's like the story's there and it's fine, but what the hell are you getting it for, you know? No, Tenza, Omega stopped playing at a point that he didn't like, and it was the same point that I didn't like, Tenza. I would very much like to see Omega go further and play out the ending. But Omega stopped playing at a point that made him very angry, and at that exact same point, I was also very angry. All right, neither of us liked the point Omega was at. I just happened to come around after it. I kept playing and came around after it. And I hope Omega, I'm going to try to talk Omega into keep playing. I don't hate the ending fully, I just wanted something different. I don't think this ending is going to 100% satisfy anybody. It's not a fully happy ending, it's not a fully sad ending. It's a weird ending, it's meant to, like, it leaves you feeling, you know, I don't know. I'm trying not to talk spoilers for Tenza right now. I don't know if Tenza's okay with spoilers or not. Omega's probably not going to open up. I'm gonna try my best to try to talk to the guy. I'm actually catching up to Steve Omega sending in Discord. Omega thinks the Abby said, no, okay, so that's what I thought too. That was my, so Omega, I think Omega, like where my fears were at like a 7, I think Omega's cranked up to an 11. I think that's the difference. But I thought the exact same shit. When they first pulled up Abby, I literally thought the exact same shit. They're going to force us to like her. Okay? And the more I played, and this is, I might tell Omega this, the more I played, the more I realized, no, she's not doing anything bad. She's not, I mean, she's doing some stuff that's kind of shitty, but she's not doing anything good. Right? So as soon as it kind of kicked into me that, like, this isn't like a you know, turnaround arc. This is just another perspective. It's just the other half of how they got there. It's not there to force you to like her. It's the other half of how they got there. Because by the time Abby hunted, by the time I'd seen Abby's full story, and we got back to Tommy being down, Jesse just getting shot in the face, right? Tommy being down on the ground, and Abby hunting Ellie. I did not want to kill Ellie. No part of me wanted to ever kill Ellie. I didn't want, like, I wanted Ellie to win the fight. Still. And I never once felt like it was forcing me to like Abby. Let's see if Omega's awake right now. He's not. I actually have to see what he tweeted. But I'm telling you, I'm just gonna tell him we thought the same shit at the same time. I think he just thought a little bit worse of it. And I'm gonna read Omega's tweets out loud. It made me uncomfortable, Kyleb, yeah. Just got to the part of The Last of Us that I assume made everyone hate it, and that shit made me quit the game. Last of Us teeters on Game of Thrones Season 8 levels of disappointment right now. Holy shit. That's heavy levels of disappointment. I'm so upset with their decision-making for the characters and narrative. We'll attempt to hop back in tomorrow and potentially finish the game, but this game made some pretty horrible decisions. It's still a really good game, but if you're attached to the characters and the story, the best parts, just brace for disappointment. I genuinely have no idea how someone could like or defend the decisions Naughty Dog made. What happens technically makes sense and could have been so good, but it's executed uncharacteristically poorly. This may go down as Naughty Dog's first miss ever. Holy shit! He fucking hated that. Okay, to whoever was in Omega stream before, was he fine before the Abby section? Other than Joel? Other than Joel, obviously, because that hit everyone really hard. Was he fine before the Abby section? Was it literally... How far did he get playing as Abby? Like 30 minutes? Do you have like a... What was he... Do you have like a what was he doing gameplay-wise thing, by chance? Did you remember faintly? Not even 5 minutes? Had he played through the truck? He like did the shooting thing in the truck, and then he got to the next area and had to look around a bit? Literally the very start. He didn't even touch his controller during the truck part. Oh man, he's got it bad. He's got it bad. I had it bad. I thought I had it bad. I thought I had it at a 7, and I was thinking Omega had it at a 10 or 11. I probably had it at a 4. And Omega had it at a 5th fucking team, dude. Holy shit. He put his controller down and tried to kill her, and he survived it. That's fucking hilarious. I bet they do that shit on purpose. Unless you're just playing it on... Maybe it's just a difficulty thing. Maybe you can get away with it on normal. Oh, we finished it, Mad God. I'm going to try to talk to him. Later, RC. Have a good night, man. I did let Ellie kill me several times over. Bogus. I don't blame him, but that's the tunnel vision. That's what 444 was talking. Oh, Wendy's, is that you? Wendy's, is that you? I didn't even get the name. Oh, that's not you? Do you know Wendy's? There's no motherfucker comes around here and moons chat a lot. His name is Wendy's 444. All right, y'all got me fucked up. I thought that was you. I thought that was Wendy's on a name switch. Anyway, that's what 444 was talking about earlier. Was the tunnel vision. That's what 444 was talking about. Is if you get tunnel vision in, you're done. You're cracked. It's over. I'm gonna try to talk to Omega before I go to bed. He went to bed already. I don't want nobody, if you're going to watch Omega later, obviously, I don't want nobody in here spoiling shit for Omega. I don't want nobody in here spoiling shit for Omega, but man, I don't even want you guys to try. I was going to say maybe try to tell him that if he's still mad about it, just tell him it's not what he thinks he is, but like, I feel like if I could just talk to the guy first, we'd be fine. But I'm not going to talk to him before I go to bed, and he's going to be live before I wake up. So there might be, you guys might run into an issue tomorrow. All I can say is try to ask Omega to play it out. If you guys are going to be on Omega stream tomorrow or today in a few hours, 8 hours or so, maybe less when he starts streaming, please try to talk him into playing the game further. Please try to talk him. Don't spoil shit. Oh, I beat it, Toasty. Just try to talk Omega into playing it further, because I thought the exact same thing he did, and we're wrong. I was wrong. I think he's wrong. But the same thing that was turning me off of this game is the exact same thing that made him put his controller down and quit it. Am I streaming tomorrow? I might take a day or two off. I've streamed The Last of Us every single day for the last week. And then The Last of Us 2 today and tomorrow, or today and yesterday. We did a 13-hour stream today. We did a 13-hour stream yesterday. That's 26 hours of streaming in 2 days, by the way. That's 26 hours of streaming in 48 hours, by the way. Yeah, don't spoil shit. Don't tell him anything about the story. Just say, please try to play this out. Don't let him look up an ending, because that ruins shit for a lot of people. Just don't let him look up the story ending. I think that would take so much away from it. Not getting to experience it yourself. And I do think he would... I don't think he'll love the ending. I don't think anybody will love the ending. Like, it moved me. I know it was powerful. I don't know if anybody will love... Oh, that was the best ending ever. Like, it's meant to move you. It's not meant to be, like, happy, I guess. I don't know. No, I pinged that man instead of you up, and he logged off Discord. We in for another 15 type debate? When did Omega and I debate over 15? We both liked 15. Or he liked 15 from what he played when I talked to him about it. Now, you and me, we went rounds about 15, Toasty. That was us. We did that. I'm standing firmly on the agree to disagree standpoint. But no, Toasty, this is different. You don't give a fuck about this game, right? So basically in the opening, now in the beginning, Toasty, I'm just going to kind of tell you what, if you don't give a shit about this game, I'm just going to kind of tell you the situation, how it's framed. All right, so they ice Joel. Bitch named Abby from a clan somewhere else shows up and ices Joel. She has her reasons, right? Joel killed someone she knew. But she kills Joel really brutal, right? And then you play that's the beginning. That's like the prologue almost. And then you play the first half of the game is Ellie, right? Seattle day 1, Seattle day 2, Seattle day 3. Very beginning of Seattle day 4, something bad happens with the same girl. You're trying to hunt down the girl who killed Joel, right? All you know about her is that she's a fucking bitch who killed Joel. And then, all of a sudden, after 12 hours of gameplay, it kicked 12, 14 hours of gameplay somewhere in there. It kicks you over, and now you're playing as the girl who killed Joel, right? As soon as I saw that, I was mad. I was like, they're going to try to make me like this bitch. Once I realized it was a long section, I was like, they're going to try to make me like this bitch. I got really mad, but I kept playing, right? As soon as Omega saw it, I got mad, right? I said they're going to try to make me like this bitch, but I kept playing. Come to find out, their goal isn't necessarily to make you like her, right? They just tell her half of the story. It's just the other half to the same story. But they're not necessarily making her do things that make you want to like her, right? It's just, you find out about her surroundings, you find out about other stuff in the game you wouldn't otherwise know about. Whatever. I'm glad I stuck it out. But I thought the exact same thing Omega. But I got mad when I saw it. Omega got so mad he went on a rant on stream, turned his stream off, and went on a rant on Twitter about how bad it's going to be. Because he's assuming the exact same thing I assumed before I decided to stick it out. I still gotta watch. Oh no, watch the rant. I haven't seen the rant yet. I'm probably gonna watch the rant later. Watch the rant, but just understand that he's mad because he's really convinced himself, like he's really convinced that the whole point is to make you like Abby. And I heavily disagree. They don't do anything that makes it feel like you're being forced to like Abby. By the end, you like Abby or you don't, right? In fact, I'm not on either side of that fence. I don't like Abby and I don't dislike Abby. Omega's definitely not that close-minded. True. And I'm hoping we see that tomorrow. I'm hoping he gets back on the horse tomorrow and figures it out. That's why I want to talk to him just to tell him that that's not what happened. I want to talk to him just to tell him, like, hey, what? Because we thought the same shit. That's what people came in here and told me. We were literally on the exact same wavelength. I was just at a 6. Later today. I keep forgetting it's past noon. I started streaming at 11:30 p.m. last night, so later today probably. Just judging off of his messages though, because I'm looking at Squad Discord. He sent a message in Squad Discord 2 hours ago. So at earliest, he went to bed 2 hours ago. So assuming he actually sleeps, it'll still be you know. You probably still have to wait 7 or so hours, I'd imagine, at least, before you get an Omega stream. He said he wasn't going to bed. Can you contact him? I'm literally trying to talk to this man to tell him to just hold out. D-Horn, how did you do that? How did you do that? You've been straight. Yeah, I did a 13-hour stream yesterday. I did a 13-hour stream today. And it was good. They were good. I don't have to worry about getting spoiled on anything anymore. I don't think. I didn't get spoiled on anything at all except Charge Up hit me. Charge Up hit me, like 10 seconds before Joel died. Maybe 5. And basically told me that Joel was about to die. That kind of fucked me up for a minute. Other than that, we really, like, I avoided full spoilers. Someone came through and, like, kamikaze Natsu and whispered him the ending. That sucked. Other than that, 1 month follower only mode worked pretty well. Omega may be conversing with his gaggle of women. Yeah, I read what he put in Discord earlier. Jesus Christ, this guy. Beating him off with a stick. Anyway. How long you been playing this? Just finished, Alyssa. About 13 hours yesterday, about 12 hours today. Got it beat. Probably a little under. It's probably a little over 12 hours. Probably a little over 24 hours for me to beat this game. I just saw a post about a guy who spends $24,000 a month on Funko Pops and wonders why his wife hates him. I'm wondering why, like, how he has a wife. Surely they got married before Funko Pop, before the addiction started. All right, I think I'm done. I think I said everything I wanted to say. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game. But before you decide you don't like the game, I just hope you watched, you know, a good chunk of it. I hope you watched specifically the Abby section, like, but I hope if you don't like the game, thank you, D-Horn, for the bits.
So I missed the end for you. What did you think of the fight?
The final fight? I wish Ellie had kept her fingers, but I really liked everything else. It's obviously not a perfect happy ending that's going to set everyone home super happy, but I like how B started streaming as soon as you finished the game. Yeah, guess where we're going, chat? Not for a few minutes, though. My only thing is, like, if you didn't like the game, I only hope you didn't like the game for a fair reason. If you old yellered it, like, if you skipped to the ending, if you saw the bullet points and decided you didn't like it off the bullet points, or if you watched a recap of the ending of the game and decided that because you didn't go through the entire giant middle journey meant to tell you a story and perhaps share some critical information with you, if you missed the whole fucking middle section and you decided that based on the beginning of the game and the end of the game you didn't like how it turned out, I don't think that's fair. I call that old yellering it, right? If you skip to the end of Old Yeller and you're like, oh my god, they shot the dog. This movie's awful. Hey, it's good to see you again, Toll. I appreciate it, man. First off, oh, here we go. Hold up. I'm geared up. All right, Toasty, my riot shield's ready. Hit me. But Toasty, a dog also died in this game. I felt sad at the end of Lassie without even seeing the rest of the movie. Smeagol is a real stage 6 of infected? No, definitely not. Because the stages increase as they go. It's what a zombie develops into. I think that big thing, multiple zombies, I think that was stage 5. I think it's like a bloater starts absorbing zombies. Come on, boycotting Naughty Dog, they killed one of their own. Look, man, I can't blame you for that. That's the only fair reason I've seen so far in my chat. Other than the trans thing. In case you guys haven't seen it yet, there's about to be a whole fucking big issue. And I'm not blaming anybody. That sounded like I was being insensitive. That's not my point. There's about to be a fucking an issue revolving around trans, the way that they used a trans person in this game. And I, being a straight white male who is not trans, do not have any, like, nothing I say on this matters. Absolutely nothing I say on this fucking matters. You're gonna have to hear it from a trans person, see what they think. Bloaters being cannibals, they're not eating them, they're absorbing them, I think. Because their whole bodies are intact. I think a trans thing is a positive. All right, Natsu, but are you a straight white male who isn't trans? Because I also think that they only painted Lev in an extremely positive light, right? I think bad things happen to Lev. I fully understand how that could be a trigger thing for trans folk. But I don't think, other than maybe Lev being born into religion and sticking with it, and if you're really, really against religion, I don't think Lev ever did anything negative. Lev never did anything wrong. Lev was only painted in the most positive light. I think they showed the struggle that trans people go through, which could absolutely be a trauma trigger. I get that, right? I mean, I don't get that, but I try to understand. When I say I don't get that, I mean I literally can't get that because I'm not them. I'm not saying I don't get it because I don't get it, right? But anyway, I do my best to understand that. I'm understanding of that, I should say. I understand how that can be a trauma trigger, 110%. But I mean, yeah, they show the struggle and they paint Lev in a 100% positive light. They show the struggle and they paint Lev in a, like, Lev, I can't think of a single thing Lev does wrong. But Lev goes through the struggle, right? And the struggle is what they're going to have, you know, where the issue is going to revolve around. And we're going to see where it goes. Because if someone has issues with that, if a trans person has issues with that, I am in no fucking position to tell them they can't. I'm in no fucking position to tell them they're wrong. I am in a position to hear them out and see what happens. Abby having muscles in a world where, like, she's basically military. She has a gym where she lives. And she has to keep zombies out to keep herself alive. Like, Abby having muscles is probably one of the most realistic things we've seen. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I've kept y'all here hostage long enough. This is a great-ass game. Again, I'm not going to put a number on it. I don't think it was a 10 out of 10. Yeah. I don't think it was a 10 out of 10. I do think the game was a fucking masterpiece. We'll see how I feel about replayability down the line. But I do think that game was a fucking masterpiece. Probably not going for the plat. It's all collectibles. Seems kind of annoying. Maybe not a perfect 10. Absolute masterpiece. The fucking story by the end, it moved me so much. It made me think things that I didn't think I would think. It made me think things I was dead set against thinking. And things that I knew I was going to push back on if I felt like it was trying to make me think things that I was dead set against thinking. I don't know how they fucking did it. I don't know how they fucking made me do it. But they did it. Anyway, I'm out. I'm going to raid Runeby. You might not be able to talk in her chat.